hello, 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 testing, here we go. All right, guys, hey, how are you doing? Hey, let's get this ball, let's get the ball rolling. So, let's transition to, so, hello, good to see you. Today's coding session is not going to be operating systems. It's going to be Android Kotlin, Android Auto. So I got a big job that I've been working on the weekend. Android Auto stuff was not working. We had to optimize a ton of stuff. So we're kind of like at the last step of this optimization, and I've been kind of like looking at the code and how to do it. And I thought I'd just share this stream with you guys and sip the coffee and get this done in the next hour. The goal is basically we want to update our certain parts of our screen state for an Android Auto screen only when the data flows update for that particular data. So it's a pretty tight timeline. Got to get this done in the next couple of hours. I will stream as much as I can, but you know, we'll see how we go. So welcome. Let's see how we're going here. All right. It's asking me, I have to log in back into Twitch. Let's get that. Okay. It's not the right one. The dev so far now. It is, isn't it? Let's try that again. Yep. All right. So I'm just signing into Twitch to watch the. Sure, save that password. All right, well, let's go. Creator dashboard. Stream manager, that's the one. All right. Get right into it. I keep doing these Twitch streams, but I don't think I've ever had one viewer, or maybe three. I think I've had 3 viewers on Twitch. There's a lot. All right, what's going on here? Nothing. Just tell me that logged in. Okay, so where are we at? Let's go check out the screen. And yeah. All right, so basically this is where we are. We've got this page is done. Is the home tab here, and it's being built, or it's being updated every time we get changes to anything in this view. So I've just moved the stuff that I need to update into one specific state object here, and we do the updates. We do the updates in the session repository here, and we do the updates, and we sample them once every 5 seconds, because what's happening is we get it all the time and it's causing the Android Auto to not be usable. So I built all this stuff from what was already there. The established code was written by a great Android dev who built this actual core stuff, and I've just optimized it. So, okay, basically we've got this flow from the devices, and then we update the home screen state from this device, which we see the page state will change. We want to create a list of pages, from this home screen, from the device. Now the problem is we need to, we want to create list of pages, home screen. Maybe we can have a value, associate value with this somehow, because we need to pass in our voltage state here, right? And it should only update. Yeah, it's interesting. So what about the, let's update this home screen, so update. Yeah, so this is right, because it does the voltage state here from the device. Okay. So we have this from the device. Bam, bam, bam. IDCX screen state. So this is all moved to voltage state now. So we go move this here. So I've moved some of these other items out. Okay. Yeah, so it's not really that much here anymore in this screen state. But anyway, the core stuff is reused in this sub state. Maybe that can be a separate state altogether, not a sub-object of this. I think that would probably make more sense. So we could move this out into its own class. It doesn't, okay. Let's take that out of here. Why can't I do anything here? What's going on? Oh, there we go. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, let's get the dog out of the room. Okay. Back. Data class, and we wanted to call it voltage state. Add. I think we already had this like this. Okay, cool. Cool, that works now. Okay, cool. Look at that as separate. Now we'll probably get errors everywhere as this is kind of going to look for the class. A lot of different places. Yeah. Okay, so voltage state. I can rename. Actually, let's just refactor this. Okay, so what do we need to do? We just need to, as we go along, we can replace voltage state, and we'll have to import it. What's going? No, what? Wait a second. Import. And the same thing here. What's that? That's what we want to do. A lot of this will need to change from, okay, so this is the thing, home screen state has got these things called page items, and it's the page items that are causing the updates to happen too often, because what's happening is that the voltage information is coming in through and we're setting up page items as part of that. So we need to see, this will go and ask this create list of pages for, is there any easy way that I can, if source is equal to home screen, and then we add these items based on from the device data, right? But that's not right. So we want to keep the updates happening for the screen state. So we just had another issue come in. It's life, sitting there fixing things. Okay, home screen state here should pass in. Obviously the update UI state from the device. Where is this one done? Update UI state. This is actually wrong because does ID6 screen state update? It doesn't update the voltage state. What's that? Session repo. Yeah, so this, where is this even called? Find usages. It's called, it is called somewhere. Well, that would be wrong because it would not give us the right voltage. But the voltage, actually no, it would update beacon and then update brightness. And then, oh, that's all right. And then we would want to do ACX screen state dot voltage state equals voltage state from device. That would be right. Make that At least there we have all of the stuff, that latest stuff in this data. And it only looks like it's only done on actual user input, not on external input from the device we're connecting to. So we've got an IoT device connecting, it's sending information. We want to sample some of that information for some of the screens. The question is how do we get the pages? Create list of pages here. Not a big, this is the car session, Android Auto session repository. So we create a list of pages and we got the page source. Can we add a value? I don't think in, yeah, enums be like, yeah, parameters. Voltage state. I don't think I can do that. I know I can't do that because usually I think it's some kind of data here. Enum class. Is there enum classes around here that do have something? Here we go, val. Val. T? No. I gotta make that a generic. Enums cannot, enum class can have type parameters. How do I? Let's go and ask our friends Colin enum. How do we do enum? Enum class. Let's see. Enum. Let's go enum. So this is the coroutines. Actually, this is coroutines, not all of it. Enum. Enum values. Colin. All right, we got a call coming in. Sorry guys, I will see you in a second. Hello again. Hey. There we go, back. Here we are. Let's... Okay. Here, we're back again. Sorry about that little... let a call come in. That's pretty cool. I could actually switch between them. All right, so we have... we had a message saying someone is actually able to get it to work well, what we're doing. All right, let's get back to it. Okay, trying to figure out how to get this enum value. So about 20 minutes in, enum values of. No, I just want how do you declare enums keyword Kotlin. That's a Kotlin stdlib. We want enum. Enum values, enum entries, just enum. Here we go. So this is the enum keyword and enum, abstract class enum. But that's not right. The common base class of all enum classes. See the Kotlin language documentation for more information. Yeah, let's have a look at that. That's what we want to do. Boom. Okay, so we have the val, right? This is what we want to go to. Enum constants, since enum, each enum is an instance. Anonymous classes. Oh, okay, so we can have override abstract single protocol state. Voltage state. Go to, what about, okay, so we could actually have a signal that returns a associated function, right? So we have enum protocol state, signal protocol state, and we have the top instances, which we have source. Well, let's try that, something like that. So we have the abstract function that says source data. No, signal abstract. No, we don't want to. Oh no, that's fine. We have cartridge repository class. We don't need this. We want, and then abstract function. Each thing will have, and we want a data class. Let's see, page source data class. Then we have optional, right? This data class is a page source data class. No. There could be a better way to do this, but look, let's try this anyway. A new, just a file, page source. I don't think you can do inheritance in data class page source, and then just do that. Can we do that? I don't think so. Oh, okay. So we just have an empty object. I think all of them actually have, this type has a constructor, and this must be initialized here. This type is final, so it cannot be inherited from because it's a data class. Okay. Let's do that. Oh, that fixed it. Did it? What about if we just, I think there's nothing in there, so we can do that. No. Okay. There's another call coming in. That one can, what does it say? Open, yeah, okay. Oh, I made it open and it just killed it. Dude. Serious? Serious? Ay. Android Studio, what are you doing to me? I can close this project. Okay. Try that again. New window. Open, yep, okay. Oh, well that, I don't know. Did it work? Why does it need to be open? Public open class. All right, so that's that. And then if we go into our car session repo and then go sig fun data class fun data class. Now that doesn't make sense because we need to supply the data, right? We need to actually pass it in, so that's not where we want to go. Because we need that. So that's not it. That's not where we want to go. So that's not it. Let's go back to the docs. This interface enums classes. Yeah, that's not working with enum constants. We have the value of enum. We need to have something that gives us or carries the value in the enum. And the things that can carry values. I could have just done this. And that could have been it. So I could have done this after all. New, and then class, page source, data, template, open, page source, data, template. All right, that's that. And then we go back here and we go, no, we want to go with the car session repo and we just go val, page source, page source, data. There's got to be a way. I think the way that it gets, it takes it's an extension of the device that gives you the pages is incorrect because it shouldn't be that. It should take whatever the paging system should take that data and give it to us. All right, let's keep going. Page source data class. All right. Okay, and this one would get. What's it not liking here? Enum has not default constructor. It needs a default constructor or something. Let's have a look at how they do enums here. Yeah, we still need to pass it, right? So we have null. This doesn't seem right. You know, I'm not really happy with this approach. Yeah, and I'm not happy with this approach. I don't think the page source should have the data like this. I think, well, it should really. It should have the data, but then what updates it should be something else. So yeah, data template. Let's see where we get with this and see how it looks. And we go into the car repo here, update page source. And then we have the extensions. Where do we get? Where do we turn the paging? Where do we turn the paging around? Okay, so where do we turn the paging around? Let's put it right here somewhere. Yeah. yeah, create the pages page source with voltage state. It doesn't like that. Unresolved reference. None of the following candidates have it because receiver type mismatch. What? That's not right. Okay, so what do we do? Can we specify that? Page source. Can the enum actually carry a number that color? Yeah, let's just make this. I've got a feeling that we'll pick up errors while it's building. Do 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 do. Building and building. And drinking coffee. Yeah, okay, so that's not gonna work. I think we'll just go back to, yeah, get rid of this. That's not gonna work with the enums. I'll remove this. File, save, delete, delete. And yeah, get rid of this stuff. So this is the thing that we need to do. We need to pass in that voltage state here, and we need to pass in our voltage state. So let's just create it separately here and pass it down. So we get rid of this issue, we could pass it into here. And in here, home screen state, and we create list of pages. I guess here we can just go. Because we do this in a number of screens, we can go and put this here, right? Now, I think the refactoring here would be, look, I want to test if this will actually fix the issue first, and then I can go here and go voltage state, right? So we do that. And here with this, we have not batteries measurement, we have the string that we've already set up, which is voltage state dot battery voltage and battery status, voltage state dot battery status, and then here is battery charging, voltage state dot is battery charging. So the goal will be that we throttle these updates, and this data will only update, it will only change, this screen state will only change when this, so basically, how do I explain it? So we have this page item, right? If we take the data straight from the device, it's constantly updating the voltage, right? But what we do is we pull that voltage out from the device and we pump it into a throttled flow here, and then we re-inject it back into where we update the list of pages, right? So we throttle that, and this will only get the, you know, every item from the last 5 seconds, right? So that's the goal. So far it's worked on some of the other screens, so but they're done a little differently. So they get the screen data directly. They don't go into this function here. Alright, so we got battery status. Is battery charging? We got our alternator voltage here. Dun, dun. Just got a request to make a change. We'll add that now. So what happens when you're trying to write on the phone, and I've got like messages coming into big stuff as well. All right, so we've got to do that for all of them. So we've got a device not connected. Device is basically when the Android Auto stuff is not connected, we need to, advise the user to turn on the app in their phone. Ba-da-ba. Where is that? There we go. One more left. There we go. And that's it. Okay, so that's that done. Let's get that one out of the way and go back to what we were doing. We were just setting the alternator voltage. So voltage state dot alternator voltage, and then get rid of this dot voltage state. Is alternator charging? Solar voltage state. Solar voltage. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Voltage state dot is solar charging. You know what? I actually Far out. I've been like off YouTube. I haven't watched any other content creators at all. I keep like every time I go onto my streams now, I just bypass any kind of attempt to try and view things. I was really watching Primigian a lot and Primigian, and then that's it. I had enough. You know, I had enough of just being distracted and not doing anything that I needed to do while. Oh, it's optional here. Right, so we've got create list of pages equals null. And okay, so we want to do this in the home screen. We should actually create list of pages. So we want items. This is IDCX data. We don't really care about that. Oh no, that's adding the first items for IDCX data. So yeah, fair enough. We could use that. And then we go. Ooh. Voltage state. That. I don't know. I would need another whole couple of days to refactor, more than a couple of days. But with a release happening in a couple of days, it's not worth it right now. So I'm kind of like bypassing that. We don't need to do this. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Sometimes it'd be nice to actually have like a background, like actually be, you know, live streaming on the beach. That would be nice, wouldn't it? We've got another 15 minutes to get this done. We're pretty close. I think we're pretty close. And then okay, here we do this combine, right? So we get the device data flow and combine with the IDCX voltage. Let's just try and refactor this as well and refactor. Boom, boom. IDCX voltage state. This is the old way of doing. We just update the whole thing, but this is the combined. So we do the same thing here, but instead of the IDCX screen state, we do home screen state. So, like I said, we create the pages. And here, our little trick is distinct until changed. So this voltage state flow happens once every, like, it's throttled for 5 seconds. So it'll update this state, and this state will stay the same because the voltage state will stay the same. So we're not going to get the constant voltage updates. Let's give this a go. So we jump on this, combine with the state flow here. And basically we take the home screen state from device like this, and we put in voltage state. And we got our screen state, and then we do, we don't think we need to map device anymore because we do that in combine. And, we just need to do this. So it's, look, the reason I don't like it is because we do this here, like this, but we do this here. And the other thing that I don't like is we've got extension functions inside the IntelliIQ device data, and I think the paging should be doing it. What are we looking at here? Why is it getting hot? It's not even that hot. I have to turn on cooling. Are you serious? It's like 20, like. To turn on cooling, and this might actually shut down. Yeah, let's get this moving. Get the fan. Get the fan going. Fan, come on, cool down. Get this camera cool. Let's get this camera cool. Ah, oh, damn it. It's not even that hot. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a 5. I'm gonna give it 5 seconds. It's blowing cold air now. There we go. You probably hear the fan. We'll get that cool air buzzing. Let's try again. The camera's still too hot. You know what? I really do. Like, I've got this Nikon Z30 for streaming, and I love it. It's great. But I'm really just thinking of if I can upgrade this. I might actually upgrade this because I'm not. Yeah, for streaming, I could use the Z6 III. But the reason I'm not using the Z6 III is because it is a bit of a powerhouse of a camera for streaming, and you know, I could get like a little fan. Let's just see how that goes. I should cool it down. All right, welcome back. Let's see how long that lasts. I've got the cooling on. It's got a bit of we've got a fan going, so you might hear like some noise background. I might turn that fan down now. See how we go. Get this down to like ice cold degrees. All right, let's get back to it. Let's see how long this lasts. Now, look, I love Nikon. I love this Nikon camera, but you know, maybe I should have. Yeah. Anyway, look, if they release a camera that doesn't overheat like this during streams, that would be wonderful. I could change this to 1080p maybe instead of. I only use this for 1080p anyway, so maybe if I do that, that would be better. It won't overheat as much. Let's try 1080p 25. There we go. High quality. Okay. Let's see if that works better. Maybe. 1080p 25. I'm not filming, right? So, but maybe that changes the output from the camera. It's not like. Oh, that's interesting because that's changed the OBS settings too. It's much smaller. Let's fix that up. Because it's half the size. I can. Okay, so probably did fix it. I was probably outputting in 4K. So I had my head in 4K. Was like, what do I need that for? I don't need 4K, right? It's just like a small little bit of the screen that's outputting in 4K. Yeah. Okay, let's transition that through. All right, that's better. Cool. Fixed. Oh, and that logo also needs to be fixed. Okay, happy days. Happy days. Let's get back to it. Let's fix that up this way over here. There we go. All right, so is that it? I think that's it, guys. I think we got a winner. Anybody seen Requiem for a Dream? We got a winner. Haven't. Oh, here we go. 1 second. Have to. Okay, back again. All right, so we got another 10 minutes. It seems that we gotta build, and now we gotta check Android Auto. What? That's the fan. Ice cold. Is it like? All right, I don't know. Sounds good. Let's get the desktop head unit going. Let's get this thing started. Okay. We are going to build. Let's run. All right, so I'm just gonna build. We're gonna test it, and I'm gonna test on this unit here. So I've got a separate test unit over here on my iPad. So this iPad unit is a simulator for. I built a simulator which basically acts as a BLE device that communicates with the app. So it basically acts like it creates all of the BLE characteristics. All the services, and then simulates the actual real IoT device. So that makes it easy. I don't need to actually have a device here, because the IoT device would have like connections to, you know, fridges and car parts and all kinds of lights and lots of stuff, right? So I can simulate all of this device, but just tap a button. So that's probably helped develop the development speed. You know, improved it probably by about I would say 50 to 80%. So when they say 10x development, I think that means using things, creating tools that can help do that. Trying to be smart about those things. The reason I figured out that was a good idea was I've seen it at work where people have been able to simulate. You know, instead of having like a real physical device they communicate with, you use an iPad or something else to simulate it and just send data to test the UI. It works great. It works miraculously. I'm going to turn off the cooling now. We'll see if probably, yeah. I don't think it'll overheat. I think this actually does reduce the rate, the output rate, which is good, because I don't really care too much. Did that run? It did run. Okay, cool. What am I connected to? I'm connected to my simulated device. So here's the big reveal. So previously what would happen is that every time we would change voltage, it would update this. So basically here, if I change the voltage for the auxiliary battery, it's 174. You can see that it doesn't update all the time. It updates every 5 seconds. See? And so let's wait 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we got 134. Yep. And then let's wait 1, 2, 3, 4. I can actually 4, 5, and this should update straight away. There we go, 215. So it's not straight away, but you can see, I think on our app, it's constantly updating, and here it's throttled to 5 seconds. Yep. Cool. So the big reveal is to make sure that this 172 volts, and we use this simulator now to check, does it constantly update? No, it doesn't. We fixed it. We fixed it. That's great. Look at that. We fixed it. It's not updating. Now, what if we turn on our solar status to active? Active. And we turn out, oh, that's not a solar status. That was the alternating status. Turn out a solar status on. Active, and bam, active. We got a winner. That's it. Done. I think I'm happily going to say this is fantastic. No, so actually, let's go back to that. What I want to do is Did I close it? Did I really close it? Oh, let's open that again. Out of sync. So we're going to turn off the phone and turn it back on again. I'm back here. So what I want to do is I want to check if we change our charging, our level of charge, right, which is low, and we change that to high. We go home, and that updates straight away. And then we change it again to medium. Go here. Medium. So what we can do is instead of maybe 5 seconds, throttling by 5 seconds, I think 2 point. Okay. Now, no, we want to go back to this car session repository where we do this. So we want to sample 2,500. So it just doesn't, you know, because all just can jump up and down, and that causes the problems, right? Where you go, ugh, it's just moving up and down. So we don't want to do that. Actually, oh my God. I think I can also fix another problem that could be an issue. And that's the fact that we do two decimal points on the voltage state. So where we do the voltage state, where we convert to create voltage state to home screen, state from, and then we got the voltage state. Where do we do voltage state? Oh, we do it in custom voltage state. Here we go. Milli to double. Milli to double. But we want float. Oh, there we go. Compared to diff. How do we get colon decimal? Too big decimal. Decimal decrement. Floor to float. Round. Fast round to int. Round to round to no. What? We went round to certain decimal. Ah, look, that's not a big deal. Let's get this out the door. Let's get this one out the door because we need to get going. All right. Throttle IDCX data on home screen. Let's push that and let's fire. I feel like I'm, you know, Luke Skywalker. Firing that torpedo. Guys, thanks for the joining in on this short stream. I'm gonna finish up in 2 minutes. We got it done. You know, set yourself a goal for like 1 hour. Got it done. I need to get packed and ready to go and launch this build. So we're going to get ready for this release. So go to our dev deployment environment, and we're going to set up a staging release. I can't really show you that because it's kind of like behind the scenes stuff. It's not really just the code. Me coding. It's I did set this up. We've got like this project has like an Azure pipeline, and I set up the core thing, and then some of the Android devs that I work with expanded on it to set up the staging release. So it actually deploys up to Google Play Store. So let's do that one. Run pipeline. Okay, and let's notify the team. I think we got it. Okay, guys, thanks. Nice to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in this live stream. And I hope to see you at the next one. Catch you later.